refreshing to hear somebody that doesn't constantly use vulgar language. So I appreciate that.
You know what? And I didn't know this until I went into some training in the comedy field. I didn't realize that it's much more difficult to be funny without vulgar language than what it is with the language. And there's more of a demand for non-vulgar comedians than there are for those that use vulgar language. And I didn't know that. But for me, it was just a way of life. It's just the way I am, so it's not difficult for me.
Yeah. I wonder why it is harder. That's interesting. I think because maybe they rely on it to, I don't know, to be funny or whatever.
Because it's easy to be dirty and it's easy to be nasty, and it's one of those things that you can automatically go to. But when you're not being that way, it forces you to have to be more creative, because you have to come up with punchlines that don't have a double meaning, or a punchline that's not going to offend a younger crowd but would be hilarious to those that are 21 and older. And so it causes you to have to work a little harder and be a little bit more creative.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, Mickey, I want you to talk to the audience out there. You know, I always try and picture one person out there that is having a very difficult day. You have been at the bottom of yourself. At one time, you thought of committing suicide. So I want you to in case there is one person, this has just been laid on my heart, I want you to talk to that one person today to give them hope, to get out of bed and get moving and what direction they should take.
Absolutely. And thank you for that opportunity and trusting me with that, because that's my passion. So if you're listening to me today and you're saying, I'm struggling, sometimes I just want to cry. Sometimes I just want to cry all the time and I can't stop. Sometimes I just want to give up. A lot of times, and this is what I was doing, a lot of times what you will want to do is you try to solve every problem you've got in one moment, and you can't do that. Just as one moment doesn't create all of your problems, you're not going to solve them all. And a lot of times when we get depressed and we get down, it's simply because we're trying to solve things that can't be solved in a week. Or we're trying to solve situations in our life that it will take a year to get out of. So in those moments, quit trying to live today as though it's a year from now. Live for today. Just solve what you can solve today. Just handle what you can handle today. The decisions you make today need to affect today. You say, yeah, but I've got this issue that I got to face next Friday. Yeah, but don't worry about it until next Friday. Right now, just live for today, because today already has enough problems to worry about. And if you kick those problems, then you can enjoy the rest of your day. So a lot of times we have to train ourselves to not take on more than what we can handle at one particular time. So don't worry about next year. Don't worry about next month. And how about this? Don't worry about what everybody else is saying, because it doesn't matter what they say. You would never please them if you were having a good day. Just worry about pleasing yourself. Just worry about thinking the thoughts and doing the things that make you happy. And if you will do that, not only will you be able to crawl out of bed, but soon you could possibly be getting on stage to stand in front of thousands just like I do. Right. Simply because we don't try to solve everything in one day. I just worry about what I can handle today.
Right. And beautifully said. And to take care of yourself is so important. So often we're trying to please everybody else, and we have left ourselves and the inside of ourselves very hungry. And what we need to do is turn around and look inward and take care of our needs, learn how to love ourselves and have self-worth before we can. Because if we're always looking outside to fulfill something inside, we're going to be in trouble. Believe you me, this is very true. The self-love that you long for, the self-worth you long for, it comes from the word self. It has to come from within. And what Mickey said about the now is beautiful. We need to live in the now, because that's how come we worry. We worry about this, we worry about that, we worry about so many things. but just live today.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And if I can just add one more thing to that, I want to encourage every individual that if you feel like that you are battling depression, now depression has been defined as the fact that you are unable to control your emotions over the course of a 2-week period. Because if we have a death in the family and we mourn for 3 or 4 days, that's natural. That's not depression. Your body has to do that. But if you're still unable to function in over a 2-week period, then you need to get help. And I want to give somebody permission that's listening right now. I want to give you permission to go get help. You need to talk to your doctor. You need to be honest with your doctor. And if your doctor says, hey, I need to put you on a little bit of a medication to get you started, don't run away from that. Because a person with cancer would never turn down cancer treatment. And a diabetic would never turn down insulin shots. So don't turn down what can help clear your mind for the moment to actually help you fight. I have a book that's called Depression. It's called How to Get Out of Depression. And it deals with that fact. It deals with the whole purpose of reversing the course of depression. And I talk about what medication is used for. Medication is not to take away depression. Medication is just to get your mind clear enough so you can fight it. So we're not trying to get numb. I'm just trying to get clear enough so I can take control of my own emotions.
Right.
And so that's what you need to do. You need to take control of your emotions. And if you think you need doctor's help to do that, by all means, I'm giving you permission. Go do it. And don't worry about the stigma that goes behind it.
Right. And another thing is there is no shame. There's no shame about being depressed. There's no shame about needing help or going to the doctor. It's taking care of who you are. And yes. Well, you know what? We're almost out of time again, Mickey. We're going to have you back.
No.
So tell the people how they can get a hold of you or how they could get that book on depression. And give them your contact information, Mickey.
Most definitely. Just go to my website. It's themickeybell.com, MickeYBell. And there you can find out where we're going to be traveling, all of our comedy tours that we're going to be on, as well as our books. I Am David, that we talked about last week, that is my personal life story. The most transparent book probably that I have ever read, but also Reverse the Course of Depression. This is my brand new book that is out. And each chapter deals with all the emotions that you may deal with if you're battling depression. You can pick that up on Amazon, Kindle version, as well as a print paperback. Just go there and check that out. But by all means, check out the website and let us know that you were listening to us on this podcast, because we always love to hear from those listeners.
Wonderful. And I have one more question for you. What is the legacy that you would like to leave behind? How do you want to be remembered by your family and friends?
Oh, that's a great question. I love how you say, I've got one more question, and it's the toughest question of all. I love how you do that, Lorraine. Love how you put us on the spot.
Yeah.
All right. So if I wanted, here's what I want my daughter to be able to tell my grandchildren. I want her to be able to say, he was not afraid to fight his demons. He was not afraid to fight his demons, because so many people give in to the struggle, and so many people just decide they don't want to fight, and they choose to live unhappy. And I want it to be said of me that yes, he had demons, and yes, he had struggles in his life, and yes, he made some bad mistakes in his life. But he was not afraid to fight those demons to have a better life. And That's what I want people to say about me.
Wow, that is beautiful. So for you out there listening, don't be afraid to fight your demons. If you fight your demons, there's freedom on the other side. Correct, Mickey? There's
most
freedom.
Definitely. Always freedom. And the enemy will try to tell you it's not worth fighting for, but that's because they can't control you once you decide that you're going to start fighting.
Right. Amazing. So thank you, Mickey, for coming in. And I want to have you back again because I love your energy, your humor, and I love that you share the authentic Mickey. There is, like you said last week, there's no hiding it. It's all open. And that's exactly how I feel. Because
no one can hold it over me. Yeah.
Yeah. No one can hold anything over us because it's all out there.
Exactly.
We've told people how we really are. So I think that's a beautiful way to live, transparently, and I believe that gives hope to others.
Most definitely.
Thank you for being here. And remember out there, it is never too late. Never too late to lose weight. Never too late to follow your dreams. Own your story. Did you hear that? He talked about that last week. Owning your story. And none of our stories are that pretty, but own your story to help others. It is never too late or to fight your demons. It is never too late to live a life of purpose. There's hope. It is never too late. Thank you for being here, Mickey, and we will have you back.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes, please, 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 please.
Okay, bye for now, and bye, audience. We love you. We're rooting for you. You've got this, and if you need either one of us, you've got our contact information. Bye for now.